Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your end of the year bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Leo and take a look at what the end of the year has in store for you. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So Leo, we will take a dive into the overall energy, what it is you're leaving behind in 2022 and what you are bringing into the new year. We'll take a look at how you've grown during this cycle and action steps that you can take to continue moving forward on your journey. And lastly, we'll get messages from your spiritual team. Okay, so we have Aries energy, Sagittarius, and Cancer. Now, you may have these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you are just embodying the overall energy. Now, we are in Sagittarian season in the month of December here, and right away it says, see the bigger picture. It is a very, very powerful month for you to gain that higher perspective necessary in order to bring about change. You may be taking a look, Leo, at what's worked for you in the past and what is not working. You may be taking a look at how to switch or change perspectives, beliefs, or situations. And you're realizing that if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to get what you got. And so I feel that a lot of you are switching things up here to align more with the energy of abundance. Now we have this Aries energy. It says it's time to work through your feelings. In all of the readings so far, on a collective level, a lot of people may be healing from some deep-seated emotions, some trauma. You may have a lot that is stirred up within the body because it's time to shed light to those things. It's time to work through those feelings. It's time to work through any of the triggers, the traumas, because what's happening is our body, our soul, our consciousness is rising here on this 3D earth. And a lot of you may be even healing or recovering through illnesses, mental, physical, emotional. And it's time to work through those feelings so you don't bring that heavy energy into 2023. So very powerful. Now, Leo, we also have let your fears dissolve, Cancerian energy. Some of you may be on the Cancerian cusp as well, but what's happening is you're pushing through any of the fears. And what do I always say about fear? False evidence appearing real. Is this real, or is this an illusion based on a human experience that you endured in the past? So what I've been saying in all of the readings, and this is kind of deep, so I hope you can follow with me here. We are raising our body's vibrations. We are able to tune in more so in 2023 than we ever have before. Tune into that 7th, 8th, and 9th chakra where we can connect to our higher selves. Our higher selves and our spiritual team is more accessible than they were in the past because we've carried some of these experiences with us for quite some time. It's time for you to work through these experiences and recognize that you are not the experience itself, that you are just having this human experience, that really you're a soul. And when you see it from this higher perspective, which you have here right in the middle, you realize that you're not that label, or you are not that experience, or you are not that specific energy that you thought the world told you you should be, or your parents told you should be, or society, or whatever it is here. You're changing the game within your life. So let's dive into your reading here and take a look at the overall energy showing up for you in the month of December. Oh, wow. Right away, you have the devil showing up here, or excuse me, the death card, not the devil, although some of you are certainly dissolving fears, which can come from an ego-centered place. It can come from the experiences that you've had. Oh, wow. You're transforming in a big, powerful way. You have double major arcana. And for those of you who do watch other readings for maybe your rising sign or your moon sign, which I definitely, I would check out if I were you, because these readings for the end of the year are very deep because we're going through this transitional period. And a lot of the readings that I've currently been doing are all about major arcanas. There's major shifts happening, and you're going to see that the death energy, the devil energy, the world is showing up a lot. The chariot showing up here, but you have the emperor and the death. So what's happening is you are shifting your vibration. You are releasing the things that no longer serve you. You're no longer resisting some sort of change that is inevitable. And sometimes we hang on. When we have a tower moment, we hang on because we don't want it to crumble, but we don't realize that it's really crumbling for our highest good. And so what's happening now is you're taking a look at the big picture of an experience or many experiences, Leo, that you've come across in this lifetime, and you're saying, wow, that really did get me to where I am today, but that doesn't define who I am. Some of you may have been through an experience where you may have labeled yourself as the victim, or you may have told yourself you were this certain way or that way. But I feel like you're taking the lead. You're stepping into your power here. You have this authority energy within you, and you're really feeling proud of who you are and who you are. I don't want to say who you are becoming because it's been in you all along, but who you are remembering. We'll call it that. And you're remembering that you are this powerful soul having this human experience. And what's happening here is you're dissolving any of these fears, the insecurities, the lower vibrations of the human experience, which can be greed, manipulation, control, envy. And we're shining a light on the things that we maybe failed to see in the past. Maybe it was our own fears or your beliefs, or it could be situations that were toxic or weren't helping us evolve here on earth. You're shedding light to those things that need to be seen in order to be healed. And sometimes we have this fight or flight within us. We don't want to look at the trigger. We don't want to look at the pain. We think that we immediately, the second it comes up, we need to get rid of it, right? We need to surround ourselves with light and love and just eradicate any of that darkness. But what I sense here for you, for the collective, is it's not about immediately fight or flight, getting rid of it. It's bringing a situation to light so that can dissolve. Because when you think of it, when you shine a flashlight in a dark room, the dark no longer exists. It's put up by that light energy. So what's happening is you may be taking a look at patterns, habits, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, situations, manipulation, control. You may be looking at authority figures, government, bosses, people who feel like they need to control your life. And this can even be aspects of yourself at times, Leo, where you feel the need to be in control. Some of you have been labeled ADHD or OCD, or have been told that you have a very strong personality, and that is okay. That's okay to have those labels, but know that that isn't just who you are. Okay, you're having this experience here, and those labels make up a little tiny piece. They don't have to take over. They don't have to be the all or nothing. And that's what you are seeing and realizing here. So the end of the year, I feel like you are surrendering. I feel like you're surrendering to this change, and you're saying, you know what? Yeah, I don't have to be that person. I don't have to be the victim of this situation, or I don't have to be ridden with anxiety and guilt or depression or fear or loneliness or isolation. You're moving into a higher frequency, which is going to allow you to step into your power, take the lead in a positive, abundant way. This could be your career. Perhaps you're stepping up in your career path. You may be leaving the corporate world and stepping into your own power, creating the dream for yourself instead of helping someone else chase their dreams. For others of you, this is about dealing with authority figures. And some of you, excuse me, you're learning to question authority, or you're learning to question what was. And it may be that you are not playing by the rules because they don't align with your higher self, your blueprint. And like I said earlier, we have more access to our higher self. That the higher self knows what our blueprint is, knows why we came here on earth and what we want to achieve and accomplish. And so you may be questioning authority figures, and I'm almost getting a rebellious type of energy, but that rebellion isn't a form of I'm going to go destroy or cause destruction. I don't mean rebellion like that. I mean rebellion that you are standing up against something and questioning it instead of going along with the crowd. Leo, I feel like you're taking a stance. And even if you are walking this path and there's only a few people following or walking behind you, but everybody is gravitating over here, you're saying, you know what, that doesn't feel right with me anymore. I'm going in this direction. So that's what I feel is happening. Very deep, very powerful. All of these end of the year readings have been really deep. I feel like Spirit really wants you all to know that we are leveling up or raising consciousness here, and we are creating that change that we wish to see in the world. And even though some of us may have that fear or that uncertainty or that the world is falling apart or this or that, really what's happening is that we're shifting the trajectory. We are up leveling the vibration of the earth, and we're able to tune in and remember our knowing, remember why we're here. When we come down to earth, we have what is called spiritual amnesia. We forget. Some of us definitely forget, and we have to. That's where we may have a tower moment come in to help us remember, or we have a situation that comes in and brings about change. In your situation here, especially for 2023, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is about finally, now that you are taking your own path, thank you, Spirit, the path less traveled, the path that people are going to start to gravitate more and forge their own unique path, the more that you will bring about abundance, success, compassion, empathy, the more that you will help humanity raise the vibration. This is powerful. Another major arcana. This doesn't surprise me. If you happen to flick through some of the other readings, especially Aries, if any of you have Aries in your chart, very powerful. You may want to check that out. But I feel all of the signs have had mostly major arcanas regarding this end of the year into 2023 shift. And I will be putting out a yearly reading that goes in depth each month, probably towards the end of the month. But you have the Wheel of Fortune here, Leo. This is about chasing your destiny. This is about fate. This is about you aligning with this turning point in your life. Some of you have repeated a cycle. It's almost as if you've hit the go button on the washing machine and it's just going round and round and round and round. But if you open it while it's still going round, you're going to have that water rushing through. So it's almost like you had to wait out this cycle that may have been never ending or repetitive. But what's happening now is you're going a new direction because you're releasing, you're going with the flow instead of maybe resisting this change. And what that's doing is allowing you to step into your power. When you step into your power, when you truly remember why you came here down on earth here, down to earth, it gets you in this flow. And finally, you're going to feel like you found that missing piece. Finally, that you're living your purpose. And you have been all along, but there is an energy here of not carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Some of you have shoulder pain. Some of you have neck or even shoulder injuries. It may also have some sort of leading into the heart chakra. The heart's been coming up here for a lot of you, where there is a forgiveness, there's a healing, there's a mending of the past experiences, relationships, careers, financial struggles, health issues, the things that maybe happened in the past that you thought, why me? Or why is this happening? Or when are things going to start to shift here? You had to go through those human experiences, but now things are going to start to flow in a new way. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to ever have any of those negative things happen. But what it means is the way you handle them is going to be completely different. It's almost as if, Leo, you're able to find that peace within the chaos, because what's happening is you're forging your own path and you're trusting in your higher knowing. You're remembering why you are here, and it's going to allow you to be able to manifest more quickly and you're going to be able to readily access your blueprint, and it's going to help you stay in the flow more instead of resisting this change because you forgot at times what your purpose is, why you came here. You forget that you're having these human experiences and that you aren't the label that you've maybe applied to yourself or other people have. So very powerful. Let's take a look at what you are releasing. What are you releasing in 2022? What are you releasing? 6 of Pentacles. You're releasing any situations that aren't built on reciprocity. If this is maybe a career where you don't feel like you are being compensated fairly, or you don't feel like you're being seen or heard, you may be looking for new employment, or you may be going to your boss or higher up and speaking what's on your mind because you do have the authority. For others of you, you are stepping into a new career path where you may be a business owner or an entrepreneur, where you're going to start really leading and living from that heart center, that soul center of you doing something to change the world and to help shift the dynamic of the world here, bring about more abundance, more peace, more healing, more love, more light. So I am sensing that there is, again, reciprocity. You're going to see that your hard work is paying off. This has to do with your relationships as well. As we tend to rise in our vibrational frequencies, as our body tends to rise up into this, this 4D, this 5D energy instead of this 3D world that we're living in, the more that we will be able to align with other souls that we can see. It's almost as if you have telepathy. It's almost as if you can feel, which we can feel the energy of people. I mean, we're made of energy. We can tune into the energy of others, but sometimes we forget we have that skill and that ability. So what's happening is you are starting to attract more people that you align with. And this is soul tribe. This is on a collective level where we are aligning with our soul tribe, the people who want to help us grow, to help us evolve, to help us learn. There is, again, 6 of Pentacles can be about people in the physical world as well as the spiritual, but the physical mostly is what the Pentacles are about. So this is about material gains. It's about prosperity. It's about your health. It's about the physical, so financial situations as well. So when it comes to finances, when it comes to people you live with, when it comes to your own health, there's an energy here of giving and receiving, giving to your body, giving back, and your body is going to give back in return. We forget that our body is a highly intelligent consciousness. Our body knows what it needs to do to heal. Okay, our body knows what we need to do as we shift in our frequencies here. So I'm sensing that what you're leaving behind is one-sided energy. Things that, you feel like you're giving and not getting anything in return. Or the people that are takers, things of that nature, whether it's a situation, an environment, a person, a habit, whatever it may be for you, that's what you are releasing. And you're understanding this and you're seeing it from a higher perspective. So go inward, take a look at those feelings, dissolve the fears, and know that what you're heading towards is something that's more aligned with where you want to be on your soul journey. So let's take a look and see what you are bringing into 2023. So we're going to get a little sneak peek here of 2023. And again, I will be putting out the yearly videos, but let's take a look and see what sneak peek is coming in for 2023 and how you've grown as well. Okay. Oh, I love this. So how you've grown, they want one more for the growth, one more for the growth. Okay. So how have you grown here? Wow, we have Major Arcana, Hanged Man, and we also have the root chakra. So a lot of you Leos are really focused on your stability. So this is about you getting grounded. This is about you really healing any of that childhood wounding. This is formed between the ages of 0 and 7, the base chakra. So if we felt maybe unstable or unstable growing up, or if we didn't know our place in the world, or maybe we felt like the world was a strange foreign place for us, planet Earth, or maybe we just didn't feel like we belonged, like you were always taking that path less traveled. This is saying here, you are understanding why. You're changing perception here. You have the Hanged Man, which is about observing. It is about taking a look from this higher perspective. And some of you are finally connecting those pieces, and it will allow you to bring a sense of stability that you haven't felt ever, I feel, in this lifetime, or it could be haven't felt for quite some time. This base chakra can affect the knees, the legs, the feet, the ankles, the toes, the hips. It can affect the pelvic region as well. A lot of you may be healing from an issue of the lower extremities, or you may have suffered as a small child some issues with the lower chakras. But what's happening is there's an innate understanding. There's an awareness that is happening within you, Leo, and that's how you've grown. You've grown by creating and building and trusting in your stability, that you have what it takes to create that safety, that security, and that stability for yourself. Now, what are some changes coming in for you in 2023? We have here strengthening bonds. We have the Ace and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles says that you may be reevaluating your life. And I see that you are, because you have the perspective. You are switching things completely. And because you have this internal shift with this death energy, that you're going through this internal transformation, it's going to start to show up in your outer world. And some of you, yes, there may be some results here, but I feel that things are going to happen more at a faster pace, at a quicker speed, where you are able to manifest more quickly, because you're able to tune into that higher frequency more quickly. It's more readily accessible to you because you're not carrying these heavy burdens. You're not letting the fears hold you back. You're not letting the insecurities, the labels, the experiences, Leo, you're not letting them dictate your life and your path. And that's what this new perspective is all about. Some of you may be moving. This is a double pentacle energy here, and you have 3 pentacles and the rest are all major arcana. So you're going to see some huge shifts in your outer world, whether it's relocating, whether it's moving, whether it's more travel. Some of you are retiring. Others of you are buying or building a new home, or you may even be getting a new job, changing career paths. Starting a family for some of you in this physical world, or adding to your family. This Ace of Pentacles is about a new beginning in the material and physical world, because you've been going through these inner changes. This is about good news when it does come to your health, your career, your money, your home. Unlimited potential. And you are realizing, Leo, that you can tap into this energy at any time. And it sounds at times a little bit woo-woo, like, oh, I can't just think it and it happens. No, you can't, but you're realizing and recognizing that you can manifest quicker, that you can finally access how to use those skills, gifts, talents to be able to take that next action step. How you can get that ball rolling in motion. Remember, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So if some of you have been repeating a bad cycle, or I don't like the word bad, I don't like the word negative, because I feel that we as humans have this duality in this 3D world. There has to be bad and good. There has to be light and dark, and evil and light. Or, there has to be some sort of duality. But really, when we can see it from a neutrality type of view, then we realize that everything is an opportunity for growth. And so some of you may get some sort of results quite quicker than you thought, whether you are fresh, starting something new, or whether it's something you've been engaged with for quite some time. I feel like you're either wrapping up something quickly to manifest, make it happen. I'm really getting strongly, a lot of you are changing the way you make or earn money, the way that you're compensated. For others of you, you're switching the dynamic in relationships, and some of you have outgrown relationships. For others of you, you're attracting new soul tribe in. So this is a really powerful energy for 2023. Let's get one more card here just to clarify what it is that you're awaiting results on here. The Seven of Pentacles is about you coming close to harvest. It's about you manifesting something into this world. You have the Lovers card, so the Gemini energy. This is about making choices from the heart. It's about soul contracts. This Gemini energy is all about balanced decisions, partnerships that are good for you, based on trust, based on harmony, based on balance, equal give and take here. And then you have one more card that it flipped. throat chakra. So throat chakra is about communication. It is about expression. Now, some of you may decide a piece of your soul purpose is to express yourself, whether it's through singing, whether it's through writing, journaling, writing a book for some of you. It can be public speaking. It may be sharing your love for a certain thing. It could be teaching about something that you feel quite passionate about, but the throat chakra is highly illuminated for you in the year 2023. And this throat chakra is all about creative expression. It is about speaking your world into being. So again, we mentioned the shoulders, the throat, the arms as well. So this throat chakra is something that is calling out to you. You have this push towards activating an energy within you. So do it. So go inward and figure out what this is saying for you. What is it that you're trying to create in this physical world? Because you will make it happen. That's what you're awaiting results for, but you may surprise yourself. Something happens quicker than you thought. So very powerful. Now, Leo, last but not least, we're going to get a few messages from your spiritual team, your guides, ancestors, loved ones. What messages are showing up here for Leo, please? For Leo, some of you may be getting a new vehicle as well. There could be, I'm just seeing new furniture. Someone may be contemplating buying new furniture, whether it's, I don't know if it's outside furniture or indoor, but I feel a need to maybe shake things up in your surroundings. So we have here right away, Priestess. We have, how are you being called to step up and lead? Oh my gosh, you can't make that up. Priestess, step up and lead. There it is. This is how you are being called to step into your power. You're being guided. You're being nudged. You're being, I use the word push forward, but push sounds aggressive, and it's not aggressive. It's just being that you're being divinely guided to step up and lead. So how are you being called? Is it through that throat chakra? Is it through the eyes of this observer? Is there something here that you know deep within? Because again, that knowing is strong for you. You're being called to step up and lead in a very powerful way. A lot of you are light workers. A lot of you are here to really make a difference. Even if you work, at a grocery store, or even if you work doing something that you would think, well, Melissa, that doesn't really help humanity. It doesn't help uplift. Yes, it does. It all does. It all matters. Some of you may have a more healing or more of a calling. I don't want to say a higher calling, because nobody is better than another here, but you may feel that you're gravitating towards a higher level of what it is that you currently do. So I love that. We have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, Leo? This is about you nurturing. That's that lover's energy of taking care and fulfilling your heart needs, desires, passions. What is your heart telling you at this time? Remember, we come from love. We are love. And I feel like this is about you nurturing what it is that you want to bring to life. What is your heart telling you? Council of Lights. This is an energy of you connecting with your spiritual guides, your ancestors, ascended masters. Some of you may be seeing more spiritual beings, whether you feel their energy, whether you're able to tune in through the 7th, 8th, and 9th chakras. For others of you, you may be working closely with maybe Buddha, Mother Mary, Mother Magdalene, Jesus. There's all different kinds of ascended masters and people who really, not people, beings, consciousness, sources of light and energy that want to help you evolve. And this is the reminder that divine orchestration, that there are helpers in the subtle realms that you have access to, that want to help you and are nudging you to move forward. You have here the crumbling. This is a message for you as you navigate through the end of the year. This is your final message of what it is that you need to let go of. The crumbling. What are you clinging to? Don't cling to anything any longer here. Whether it's your, whether it's fears. Some of you may be clinging to fears. Some of you may be clinging to a past situation or a label or a belief that no longer serves you. Whatever it is, it'll be different for each and every one of you. But Spirit is saying here, do not resist this change. Do not resist this calling, because after what has crumbled, it's given you a little sneak peek in a sense, excuse me, that once this opens up, it's almost like that land before time energy here. So I really love that this is showing up here for you, Leo, because they are showing me that energy of land before time, when Littlefoot and Sarah and Petrie, when they're all looking for that land because there's nothing left where they're at, there's no food and there's no growth, and they're in search of this land. They know it's there, even though they've never seen it. They know that there's something better, but they can't cling to what's not growing. If they knew where they were, if they stayed where they were at, they would most likely die. But I feel like this is you being nudged towards that, that land, this new energy, this new vibration. So don't cling to the past or the old, because Spirit is saying here, there's a land here, there's an energy, and we'll just say, it could be your world, heaven on earth. There is an energy that is far better ahead than any you leave behind. Okay. I keep getting that Littlefoot energy. Maybe some of you just watched Littlefoot or watched Land Before Time, or maybe that was a favorite movie of yours growing up. Please take it as it resonates, but don't cling to anything that no longer serves you, because look at that. Beyond this is just absolutely divine. Okay. This is heaven on earth. This is you raising those vibrations. This is you taking that path less traveled, and you are really heading towards a very powerful 2023, Leo. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell. And again, I will be posting yearly readings towards the end of the month. Thank you so much for being here, Leo. Lots of love and light.